If you could just say who you are, because
Sure.
most of us don't know you, you don't know us, I think.
Yes, hi, my name's Rachel Strecker. I'm a parent to a 4-year-old and 2 twin boys who are 2 years old. I live in Manchester. And so I came to comment on the pre-K changes. And I have, first I'd like to thank you all for having an opportunity to have public comment, because I think that's the greatest part of our democracy, is that we have an opportunity to share our opinions with the people who make our decisions and let them know the real effect that the decisions have on our lives, and maybe have an opportunity to change their minds. So I appreciate you listening. The 2 main things that I want to talk about are the effect that the change from 5 days to 4 days has on working families. And the other thing I'd like to talk about is the equal opportunity aspect of the change. So as a working family, the change, assuming that my daughter got a spot at MEMS in the lottery system, which is the second thing I'd like to talk about, the 4-day-a-week program puts a real strain on working families. The change from 5 days to 4 days creates a demand in our already really strained daycare community to provide daycare for these students on Fridays for working families. I have several kids at Stepping Stones in Manchester, and this would not be sustainable for them. I spoke with them today, and that's not something that they can take an influx of, is students on just Fridays. That's already the day that they have the most demand, and they have a certain number of spots that they can fill, and so that's not something that they can do. Also, the busing change, I couldn't tell from the agenda whether it applied to mornings and afternoon activities. If it applied to afternoon activities, that would be a real issue for working families, because we rely on the busing to get our children to after-school programs or daycares in the community, so that we can, work a full normal work day. The mornings are also somewhat of an issue, because I would have the opportunity to drop my children off at daycare and have that as a pickup location, so that it would afford me the opportunity to drop my 2-year-olds off at 7:30 and then not have to wait till school started to get my 4-year-old there. And then the equal opportunity issue, I think from 2 standpoints, both a fairness standpoint for all of the 4-year-olds, and from a legal standpoint, I'm not sure that it provides the equal educational opportunities that the state of Vermont requires of the school district to provide to every child. The lottery system could potentially deprive a 4-year-old of the same opportunities as another 4-year-old. My twins being a perfect example in 2 years, that if one of their names came up in the lottery and they were afforded a spot at MEMS and the other one didn't, they would be receiving a full 4-day-a-week education at MEMS, and my other child would be receiving the 10 hours from Act 33 at their daycare, but no other preschool opportunity. So both financially, the district is committing more money to the 4-year-olds who get to MEMS than they are to the 4-year-olds who don't. And also, they're not afforded the same educational opportunity, which I think violates both the Vermont Constitution and the state requirements to provide an equal opportunity. So from the district standpoint, I think opens you up to a potential legal challenge that I think would be successful, because you've chosen to service pre-K, and by choosing to do that, I think you have to service every pre-K child equally. So thank you for listening.
Thank you. And this is also on the agenda for later on,